Yo, the squats are destroying your body, man. Specifically the barbell squats. I know there's a lot of hype behind squats. I know they're a fantastic exercise. In fact, when I first started weightlifting, that was like one of the only things I did because wrestling is what got me into weightlifting. And we would just do like bench, we would do squats, and we probably did like military press. Those were like the main things we were lifting back in the day. And like I said, a really, really good exercise. Build your legs really, really good. But the thing is, and I was a victim of this too, like our form just isn't perfect. And squats is one of those exercises where your form dead ass has to be perfect. If not, you're just like slowly but surely like fucking your body up. I'm talking about like your lower back. I don't know. I can just, it happened to me, man. And it really became aware, I became really hyper aware towards it when I injured myself. I messed my groin up and then I came back trying to squat and I don't know, man. It's just, I'm looking at everybody's form and, it just looks so bad. I'm seeing lower backs get involved and I'm seeing shit looking ready to snap and I'm seeing them fight through it. And it's just like, that's just not how your body's supposed to, move through that movement. If you can't hit like a perfect squat without any weight, and it feeling smooth and just like butter, then you don't need to be adding fucking 3 plates, 4 plates on that shit, or even 2 plates. You gotta get it right first. What I've come to find out is like most of our glutes are just like shut off, like they're dead because, we sit on our ass all day. Whether we're driving, we're just sitting down watching TV, whatever the hell we're doing, it's like we don't have our glutes activated like we really need them to be activated. Along with other things like, ankle mobility and hip mobility, things like that. I feel like my main issue was like my glutes were dead. My hips were fucking just not mobile at all. So I would overcompensate and get my lower back involved and then it would just make things, a whole lot worse. And eventually I just hit a wall. It was like, bro, you can't do this shit anymore. I built huge legs. I developed really good leg muscles with it. I did squats every leg day. I either did it as my first exercise or I did it at the end. And when I was wrestling, my coach always like in with a set of 20. Yeah, like a set of 20 reps. So I would always go ham on the squats. And like I said, they built my legs up really good, but they also really destroyed my body to the point where I've got to do all this yoga and just get this body awareness, get this flexibility and mobility so I can, hit my squats proper. So, I just see a lot of people in the gym and I'm watching how they do it. And it's not even about like hitting depth. It's just like your form while going down. I'm like, holy shit, that looks terrible. And there's some that looks like decent, but it doesn't matter if it even looks decent. It's got to be like perfect. Because if it's not perfect, it's like your body's not working, biomechanically, like in unison. And I don't know, it's an accident, it's a disaster waiting to happen, essentially. Really? Damn. Yeah, it's like a disaster waiting to happen. So I just want to like warn you about it before it gets bad. And you should focus on your hip mobility right now, getting your glutes activated. I hear ankle mobility is a big part of having some good squats as well. So I know it sounds boring, but you need to get your ankle mobility up too. And just make sure you have a nice squat that you can do with no weight before you start adding any weight. I know that sounds really boring, but like what you could do is start your workout with like some hip openers, some glute activation exercises. I think, and you know what? I think goblet squats are really nice when you hold like a kettlebell or even a dumbbell or whatever, and you like flex your abs the whole time. Keep a nice posterior pelvic tilt and just go all the way down and make sure that your glutes are fired up on the negative of the movement and the positive, and make sure that they're really supporting you throughout the whole movement. Then maybe jump into your barbell squats and see if like your mobility and the control is better. But yeah, you shouldn't be feeling like any pain, shouldn't be feeling that lower back pain, your hips shouldn't be feeling like they're about to snap. Nothing should be feeling like it's about to snap, you know? Yeah, I gotta share that because I'm watching a lot of people when I go to the gym and it just doesn't look, it's just not looking pretty. And you do that shit long enough, it's gonna present some problems, you know? And then you're gonna have these aches and these things, and it's gonna be, the older you get, it's gonna be harder to reverse it, especially if you're not really dedicating the time. Like I do a lot of yoga, so like I'm really on a great road to recovery. You know, I've fixed pretty much everything, but it took me a long ass time, bro. It took me like I'm 4 years into my yoga journey. I do like hot yoga damn near every day. And, you know, I'm feeling great now. So I've seen both sides. I see where the hell I was, you know, the pain of walking, you know, I can't even extend my leg a certain way without it popping and, you know, certain things like that. But now I'm like, ooh, I'm free. And my squats still aren't perfect. I'm still not about to go jump under 3 plates right now just because my body's just not ready for it, you know? But once everything's open, once everything's feeling good, then you can, you know, have your fun. This doesn't apply to everybody because some of you guys have really good mobility and some of you guys really do look exceptional when you're squatting. This is just for people that, you know, don't have that, but they hear the hype behind squats and like, oh, I gotta squat, you gotta squat, you gotta squat. I know that. Squats they're that exercise. They are legit. They're really legit. You know, if I could pick maybe one exercise that I do for the rest of my life, I probably would pick squats because they're gonna build your legs. After you get done squatting, bro, sometimes you got a chest pump, shoulder pump, you be looking jacked everywhere. So they are an amazing exercise. Just want you guys to like, be careful, be on point when you're hitting them. Work on your mobility, okay? If not, shit's gonna be hurting in a couple years or a couple months, or maybe it already hurts really bad for you and you've been pushing through it. And it's only gonna get worse, all right? So be careful. Squats are great, just please be careful. Figure out how to do them right. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ask me a question. See you guys soon. Peace.